Zlatan Ibrahimović and Romelu Lukaku nearly got into a punch-up in the middle of the Milan derby. The Belgian striker even insulted his Swedish counterpart, calling him a son of a... But at Manchester United, the two teammates got on well. Zlatan even gave Romelu his number 9 when the Belgian arrived in Manchester. So, how did they go from two former teammates who respected each other to this? Tuesday, January 26, 2021. The Derby della Madonnina, Inter, AC Milan. Things get heated between Lukaku and Ibrahimović in the quarterfinals of the Coppa Italia. Hey, Romelu, call your mother and go do your voodoo shit, you little dog. You and your wife, piece of shit. Come outside. I'll wait for you after. The two were warned. The match resumed. Then, at halftime, the clash started up again. Everyone was soon talking about the fight in the football world and had their own personal thoughts. Some even questioned Zlatan's words. Were his comments racist? Zlatan defended himself following these accusations. In Zlatan's world, there is no place for racism. We are all the same race. We are all equal. We are all players, some better than others. Meanwhile, the Italian press are talking about the fight as shameful. And that's true. Violence is not a solution. But despite all this, how did the pair end up in such a heated and volatile situation? Especially when it seemed like they liked each other at Manchester United. The team is stronger this season. Lukaku is in the team scoring a lot of goals, and he's making the job easier for me. Lukaku is only positive because he makes my comeback less pressure. It gives me a lot of time, and I'm happy for that. The more time I get, the better it gets. He's scoring his goals and doing what he needs to do. I see it very strong. As for Lukaku, he said this in 2019. I learned a lot of things from Zlatan. He talked to me about his experience at Inter, at AC Milan, at Barcelona, and even at Ajax. Seeing him every day giving 100% in training, very motivated, was perfect for me. I learned to always be concentrated, to work hard, but also to enjoy myself. He was often joking around. His personality was good for the locker room. Yes, but Manchester is Manchester. Now, Lukaku and Ibrahimović are no longer teammates. They're rivals. Inter hates Milan. Milan hates Inter. This clash is nothing more than part of the matchup between these two competitors. Except it's not all that simple. Because in October 2019, 3 months before returning to AC Milan, Zlatan Ibrahimović said this about his former Manchester United teammate. I'll say this about Romelu. Don't expect good technique from Lukaku. His biggest asset is his strength. If only he'd listened to me. In the same interview, he told an unflattering story about Lukaku. At United, we made a bet. I'll give you £50 for every good ball control. He replied, and if I do them well, what do I win? Nothing. I will have just made you a better player. At that moment, Lukaku had already adapted to Italian life. He was already performing better than he ever did at Manchester United. So, why did he say these things? Was Zlatan already trying to convince AC Milan to bring him back? Most likely. Because Lukaku and Ibrahimović don't really hate each other. In any case, not on a human level. Their rivalry only seems sport-related. On February 9th, 2020, when Inter beat their Milan rivals 4-2 with a goal from Lukaku, the Belgian posted this on Instagram. There's a new king in town. 8 months later, in October 2020, Zlatan got his revenge, scoring twice and winning the Derby della Madonnina. Zlatan didn't claim his throne, but his place in heaven instead. Milano never had a king. They have a god. Can a king bring down a god? Maybe not, but it's worth a go. While the insults and the violence are too much, King Romelu and God Zlatan have re-injected a bit of spice into the Milan derby with their sporting rivalry. And for that, we thank them.